Hi guys, in this episode of ADK, I'm gonna be reacting to something that was actually released close to a month ago. That being the debut song by the new band under GYP called XDINARY Heroes or Extraordinary Heroes. I don't know what's the actual pronunciation of the name. I just know that the X in their name is supposed to mean extraordinary. With their song Happy Death Day. And seeing that I love Day 6 with their B-side Love Me or Leave Me being one of my favorite songs ever, period, I'm excited to see what this new generation of bands under GYP is going to be like, whether they're gonna have some influences from something like Stray Kids, like how different they're gonna be like. Because I feel like in a way, for me, Day 6 are not that far from what God 7 were at the time. So I'm curious whether this is gonna feel like more modernized. Like, I don't know, I'm just curious to see what it's gonna sound like, whether it's gonna sound similar to Day 6, whether it's gonna go in a completely different direction. So yeah, without further ado, let's get into it and find out in 3, 2, 1. Okay, they definitely feel completely different from Day 6. Okay, so I was right. It definitely feels more akin to what ITZY and Stray Kids are. I already want a fucking collaboration between these guys and Stray Kids. They definitely look and feel like a GYP group, I'm gonna give you that. I'm not super into this song though. I like it, but I feel like it's gonna need a little, several listens before I'm completely into it. Also, this song feels super freaking long. It's only been like 2 minutes and I felt like the song was already gonna be over. Man, I really like the visuals of this group. At first I thought they looked very similar visually even to Stray Kids, but I also saw some glimpses of ATs inside their visuals, but now I'm actually starting to see them as their own thing. I like the visuals of the guy with the black hair the most. I wonder if any of these guys at some point were potential members for Stray Kids. But yeah, I definitely need a few more listens for this song, but I do really appreciate how different it is from the other typical band songs, because most of them go for a more vocal heavy kind of thing. But no, this goes for hard hitting and decent amount of rapping actually. I think. I didn't pay enough attention for that. I'm gonna pay attention more to whether there's rapping or not on the second listen. We are all heroes. Huh. What was Studio J? You know, give me a second to look it up. So yeah, this is the studio which Day 6 is under. And from what I read on the Wikipedia page, it says that it's to allow the artist under it to be a little bit more free to experiment with their music, which this definitely feels like that. But then if that was the case, why weren't Stray Kids under this? Because I feel like Stray Kids definitely do not pander to the mainstream, that's for sure. But yeah, I don't know. I definitely see similarities in their music style to what Stray Kids does with like they're definitely going for a noise-like music for this, you know? And I like it. But I feel like I definitely need a few more listens for it to grow on me. It feels like it's gonna be a little bit more of an acquired taste for me. In the case of this girl. But who knows, maybe after even like two listens I'm gonna be completely all over it already, but I definitely like it. And I like how different it is, and it's not just another vocal heavy band like this. Because as much as I like both like Day 6 and groups like Wannawe, they don't really sound that different. They both go for very vocal heavy, kind of like ballady leaning kind of songs. For this to go into the completely opposite direction with very instrumental heavy and very hard hitting sound, I like that because I haven't heard anything like that from K-pop bands, you know? But yeah, I don't know. Let's get into the song one more time before I say my final thoughts for it though. So without further ado, let's go in 3, 2, 1. I like that they're edgy just like Stray Kids though. I love that. And I feel like people are gonna be having very divisive opinions when it comes to this group. I'm really curious what the general consensus is. I mean, do you count this as rapping? Because to me it kind of sounds like rapping. So for me this is the first time in a band like this that I've actually heard rapping. Especially majority rapping. Man, the visuals of this group kind of feel like an amalgamation of all of my favorite K-pop groups. Like I can see members of Stray Kids, 80s, T14, in this group. That is not to say that the group doesn't have its own identity or anything, but I like it. It's just to say that I like them, you know. It just reminds me of other things that I like, which is good. With all said though, I do wish this song was a little bit more melodic because it really feels all over the place and incoherent as hell. Man, I really like the guy with the black hair. He's so handsome. How many members are there in this group? 6. Happy birthday. Okay, so even after a second listen, the song still feels very incoherent to me. And again, I'm not trying to shit on the song or anything. I like it, and I like the group. They definitely have the edginess factor that Stray Kids does, so I'm definitely into the group concept-wise. But I feel like I need something a little bit more coherent for me to really kind of get into them. I guess I need a few more songs of theirs to really kind of wrap my head around exactly what kind of music they're gonna have. That's why I'm actually very interested to check out any B-sides that they may have released with this. So you can definitely expect that to happen, because I'm just really curious. So because I want to know whether this group is gonna be a group that I'm gonna be paying attention to, or that I'm just gonna happen to react to whenever they come back. So you can definitely expect a reaction to an album if this song does come with an album, but commenting down below will definitely make me do that reaction sooner rather than later, because it's going to show me that there is going to be a demand for a reaction like that. But this one is definitely going to happen. Unlike usually what I say, I'm definitely going to be checking out the B-sides of the album that this song comes with, if it comes with any B-sides. So yeah, I like it, I'm into it, but I need a little bit of a more coherent song. And in terms of a rating, for this I'm gonna give it a 9 out of 10, because I just don't really know what to give it. It's not a bad song, like it's exactly the kind of like incoherent, all over the place song that I usually like, but sometimes, even for me, those songs kind of go too far, to the point where it's just a mess. So that's why I'm really curious to see what people think about this song, because if I am having a hard time vibing with it completely and like enjoying it as a song, I'm really curious what the mainstream thinks about this. But yeah, what did you guys think about this song? Comment down below and let's have a discussion about it. And also, before we end this video, I just want to give a huge shout out to my currently 2 patrons on Patreon, Omar Bridgman and Deadpool. Thank you guys for your support, I really appreciate it. It really means a lot to me that you have decided to support me and have supported me for such a long time already. Thank you very much. I hope you continue to enjoy my content and continue to support me over there on my Patreon for a long time going forward. Thank you very much. And now, before we end this video, I just want to talk about something to you guys very quickly, which some of you may or may have not noticed before or know about me, that being the fact that I am trans. And yes, this may come as shocking to some of you, because I don't really flaunt it that much on my channel, or at least I feel like I don't. Outside of like my K-pop reactions, which is where I feel like the most comfortable being myself like this. And yeah, I am in fact trans. I'm not necessarily full-on male to female, but I heavily want to transition to being pretty female. I do consider myself more non-binary though, or maybe gender fluid would be the best descriptor as well, because I do have occasional moments where I feel fine being like just a normal guy, but most of the time, like right now, I do feel very dysphoric. And that's why I'm asking you guys for any help that you can give me, because my situation right now, I don't really see any way outside of you guys' help. Because, and this is gonna be kept short and concise, I live with my parents. They're never going to accept me as a trans person. They just never will. And as a matter of fact, back when I started the YouTube channel, I was actually kind of slightly starting my transition back then, with like starting to grow out my hair. I even got to DIY HRT, but because my parents started noticing certain things, like my behavior had changed a lot and my clothes had changed a lot, I kind of had to stop doing that because they were constantly nagging me about cutting my hair and just started to kind of be threatening in a certain way, and felt like they were ashamed of me and everything. And that just kind of stress just tired me out to the point where I just gave up. But as dysphoria goes, it just doesn't go away, you know. I still feel like this, and in fact it's somewhat been intensifying again recently, so I just wanted to share this with you guys. And again, I would really appreciate any amount of support you can give me in regards to this, because I just don't see any way out of this. Because even if I moved out of my parents' house and got myself a job and everything, that's just not gonna work for long-term planning, because once I transition, it's like I probably will not be able to get myself a job, because my country is very transphobic. Nobody gives a shit about LGBT people at all. So there's not even much I can do even in terms of transitioning here. So yeah, I don't know. I just would appreciate any amount of support you can give me, be it monetarily or in any way otherwise. And this is not about boosting my channel or anything, or guilt tripping you with my sob story. I just wanted to get this off my chest and make my subscribers aware of the situation that I am in, and that I would appreciate anything that you guys can help me out with. It would mean literally everything. Like, for example, a friend that I made after starting this YouTube channel, my good friend Yuri, has been helping me out a lot. And I genuinely might have not been here if it wasn't for him showing up and befriending me. So yeah, this just went a little bit longer than I intended, but I would just really appreciate anything you can support me with. That's kind of ultimately what I'm trying to say. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, please leave a like and subscribe. Also, check out the list in the description to my Twitter if you want to follow me over there, and to my Wattpad where I post my stories, because in addition to doing all these videos on my channel, I'm also a writer. And if you don't enjoy my stories, or you simply enjoy my videos, you can head over to my Patreon or to my Ko-fi account, where you can pledge your support and help with the channel going, help support me so I can keep writing stories you enjoy. But if you don't want to do it, that's completely fine. You can still help me out in other ways, like liking this video, subscribing to the channel, and especially sharing this video with someone who you think might enjoy it. And I think it's pretty much it for this video, so hopefully I'm gonna see you in the next one. Bye!